Hello and welcome to the Hartmann dealership, Reisemobile Hartmann in Lünen, which is in near Dortmund, Germany, or north of Dortmund, Germany. This is a Fleurette Magister. It is a vehicle which is 736 centimeters long, 234 wide, 275 at its highest point, and it's on a Fiat Ducato, 160 horsepower. This will start off at around 65,500 euros, but in this condition, with all the extras it's got, that will take the price up by another 11,000 euros. It's a bit cold outside, so I'm going to close the door behind me, and let's have a quick look around. So I closed the blackout blinds before I came in for a reason, because it makes it seem too dark inside. Right, so let's go to the very back, where we have a German layout which you can also use for storing things on top of, as is here. And so got steps up to the bed, 2 singles, or if you're really fussy you can make a double. There you go. Well, I think that's supposed to go the other way around. There we go. So you've got a double bed there, so to speak, and you could sleep lengthwise, you could sleep widthwise, you could sleep in a sitting up position, you could sleep on the roof, all sorts of possibilities here. Now I want to put this back now, because I really wanted to show what was down here. Should have done that first. I mentioned the steps up to the bed, they're sort of recessed. Well, that one is anyway. And so down here, what we've got is a wardrobe, which you can also examine from up here as well. Pretty good. You can see what's in. You can see here what's in your wardrobe, and you can lift it up, and that could come in handy when the double bed is out. What's under that? That's the garage. See that later though. And on this side we've got wide, deep drawers with proper walls on them. So look at the storage. No storage at the back, but has got some here. Now you've got these sort of recessed areas at the back there, for example. You've got these things at both sides, and I think that it's a good idea that it has a USB up there, because you can charge your telephone at night. Oh, nice one. And there's one at both sides. And we've also got this here. Well, this is for the television. But you could also get a 12 volt converter in there, and you could charge your telephones there as well. Right, now here it's a sort of double floor in this part of the van, but not on that part of the van. And the reason it's a double floor here is because of the water infrastructure. I think that's the main reason anyway. You can sort of sit on there and get your feet clean. And whilst you're on the subject of getting your feet clean, you can also get your socks clean by putting, you can get them clean beforehand, but you can have them dry up here, on that. Which also comes with some hooks. Oh, it's that clever. And they'll come up even further. Oh, I like that. Now, that doesn't cost much for the manufacturer to put in. I bet it costs next to nothing. But that is a really handy piece of kit, in my opinion. For those of you who never bother washing your clothes or whatever, then maybe you won't see it that way. thinking here of the long-term motorhomer, or people going longer journeys, such as myself. But if you only go away for a couple of weeks and you take 14 pairs of socks with you or something, then you won't be needing that feature. Down here we have, so the black tank goes. Sorry, the grey tank. It's coloured black, but it's actually for grey water. That's to say, water comes out the shower, because the black stuff comes out of there via the cassette. Right. Okay. Kitchen. I've shown Magister vans in the past. 2 burners. In the UK you can have 3 if you want as an option. I think 2 is sufficient. Place here, that's where the cover goes for this. Oops. And you've got a bit of storage up here as well. That's where you keep your television. And it's got a hood on this. Right, now, okay, I've put this out in evening mode, so you can see how much space we've got around the table. This in German is called a face-to-face layout. Now, the table can be doubled in size. I left it like that so I could sort of walk up and down, but and that's probably the way you'd want it when it was in when the vehicle was in use, I suspect. Anyway, I've got to say it's a very nice lightweight table. There you go. Table big enough for you? If it isn't, then you need a different van. And so you can sit around the table and you can keep all your cutlery and plates, and perhaps you can keep it down here. Would you keep your plates down here? Maybe there. No, I won't keep it there because that's the bin, and it's a pretty big bin at that. Let's have a look. Don't get many bins that size in vans. Normally they're really tiny ones. Right, what about the bed? It's up here, and for that you need a key. But as it just so happens, I've got the key. And to get the bed down, key goes in there, like that. You see the key's in. Turn the key around. Is there anything in the way of the bed that's going to affect the way it comes down? So let's just put this over it like that. We can see how far it comes down, so that it's not going to get in the way of the cushions. Come over here, put that in there like that, keep it looking relatively nice. Okay, so now let's bring the bed down. Right, so now the bed's down, the first thing you might notice is, what is this stuff here doing there? That is a net. It goes up there, and over here we've got the buckles to put them into. Clever, eh? You might want the net up. It might bother you. It might not bother you. Anyway, that's what the bed's like down. So, what about down here? Well, you're not really going to continue sitting around the table playing Monopoly when somebody's in the bed. And one thing is this, you might think, there's plenty of space above. Yes, there is plenty of space above, but these beds are not designed to be kept at half height or something like that. They're designed to go the full way down. So, in that case, I really think if you want to continue playing Monopoly, then whoever's in bed here goes to the back or something like that, or goes outside, sleeps in a tent. But anyway, whatever. Okay, right, you've now seen how that works. Next to the key place, you've got your Truma, and you can see what else is. You've got your 12 volt control, see how much water you've got in your van, and how much electricity is in the batteries, etc. And here we've got a rather large cupboard. Okay, let's go back to the bed, and let's see the bed now going up. So it's relatively straightforward, the use of the bed, but it's not designed for people to play around with it. So these things here, it should only be used for a maximum of, say, 2 minutes every 20 minutes, something along those lines. Right, so let's sort of make our way back, or front, or whatever. Come back here. I'll put this back. Come to the front. You've got nicely profiled chairs, very nicely, leather covering, and that or half leather. What's it called? When you sort of mix the leather with the cloth. Okay, you might like it, you might not. And so on a manual gearbox. Right, now here, let's have a look at some of the features. Reversing camera. You definitely want a reversing camera. If there's any option you want, it's the reversing camera. You can forget everything else, get the reversing camera. And let's now get some light in here. The camera will go dark. Right, I'm going to take this back. Actually, it does go back by itself most of the time, but I'll try to do that slowly so you could see it. Alright, we'll try again. I'll do this one as well. These ones here are more fiddly. There's a number of companies make things like this. Amongst them, Dometic, Remy, I don't know, that's a bit dark, wasn't it? It's a bit difficult with the camera. Oh, it's just gone dark completely now. Click in there. What I used to do when I had these things, I put the insulation there behind it. And a bit of storage here as well, which I shall demonstrate. And up here. And I'll see one of these. One feature, another feature is this. You've got this light up here, skylight there, and there you go. Let the sun stream in. Or in this case, let the clouds stream in. So what do you think of this van? Any good or not really? Oh, you've got a big fat fridge, which I omitted to mention earlier. And I'll tell you some of the things that this comes with, because I did mention the costs which it's got extra. It's got a comfort pack about 2,000. It's got a sort of metallic edition 1,350. Reversing camera, I mentioned that, 520. It's been upgraded to 160 horsepower, and that's nearly 2,000. The bed that drops down is nearly 800. It's got fog lamps when you pay for documentation, and if you want it on an automatic, then you're gonna have to pay about 3,500. That also comes with 16-inch alu hubs. We'll have a look on the outside now. Can I get in here? Now, when I was in there, I mentioned the garage, and look at that, brilliant, really big. It'd be nice if the other door was the same size as this one. You've got lashing straps there, and here there is a shore power hookup. Toilet cassette, ventilation for the fridge. And while I'm here, unless there's somebody in it, I want to show you this one as well. This is the Crystal Edition. Costs roughly the same, but there's different options on this one. One of which is the automatic gearbox, which you can see there. But other than that, very similar to this part. Where it differs is with the queen bed. I'd much rather have the queen bed, but that's me. I think though you've probably got more wardrobe space. You got this here, but that wardrobe and the other one's pretty big. One thing here I've got to point as well is with the queen bed will go up and down depending on your requirements. So you want I think it's not just about this lowest position. It is its lowest position, and if you want it up any higher, then you can do that in the garage, push it up further. So you might need to carry bikes or something like that. And you have the bike. Yeah, I'll show you this because I didn't do it in the other one. You might want to take the plastic out before you turn the oven on. Unless you're cooking plastic, of course. Which is what McDonald's tends to do. Did I mention there was a USB here? Can't remember. Oh, this one also got central locking on the drawers under the kitchen. Now, was there anything else I wanted to show you before I leave? I'll just demonstrate this. Right, so that's the bed, and the bed will go up via the switch there. Anyway, I've done this one in more detail in another video. So I hope you found that of interest. If you did, then please say I found that of interest in the comments section below. Going to spend more time sort of visiting dealerships such as this one, because it's much easier for me to actually do videos. Thanks very much for watching. All the best from Germany. So I hope you found that of interest. Thanks very much for watching. I'm glad you got this far with me. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, give it a like. I've got this idea that the more likes I get, the easier it is to actually for other people to see the videos, which means I can actually do more. And if you get any benefit from what I do, please consider supporting me on Patreon. All the best from Lunen in Germany.